Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Lillard.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be still. Thanks. Clark, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Bledsoe, then it's Matthews, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. Here's McCollum. Hood with it, Anthony right side. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now here's Hood. From deep. And there's Lillard. That's good. On the assist by McCollum.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. 3-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
The drive by Giannis. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters. Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Lillard from outside. Doesn't go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The offensive rebound. Bledsoe. And Whiteside sends it back. Outside for Bledsoe. 3-pointer. Milwaukee. No good that time either. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The pass to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And Lopez pulls it down. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
The Bucks, a team that will attack you from deep. The team is chock full of shooters.
Yeah, and you know, they shot the 2nd most threes in the league last year, and that approach makes an awful lot of sense when you consider how good Giannis is driving the ball down the throat of the defense. He draws so much attention. Having shooters around him is the right way to go.
Here's Bledsoe, following the score by Damian Lillard. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Giannis. The baseline jam. The shot missing. Anthony with the defensive effort. Portland leading by 3. Inside. Here's Whiteside. And the rejection by Giannis. Back to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Now Hood. 6 to shoot. Right side up top. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Anthony.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. That one is no good. And Clark, with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
And here are the Trailblazers now after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Pass to Simons. Down low. Here's Bazemore. It's blocked. Here's Connaughton. There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. The three from Hill. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, you can't lose sight of Hill when he's out on the perimeter. A deadly shooter from deep.
Kicks it to Bazemore. In the corner, it's Little. 5 on the clock. The three-pointer, no good. Bucks trail by 4. The pass to Connaughton, and Hill has it in the corner. Takes a three. A rebound by Hazanya.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And I think the potential that Labissiere has is obvious. I mean, it's easy to see. He's an explosive player who's surprisingly quick for his size.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Sterling Brown in for Kyle Korver. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So for the Trailblazers, their last game lost to New Orleans. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And that one misses.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
Now Bazemore. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. From deep three-point range, that shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And, Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Robin Lopez Brown out there with Ilyasova. Then it's George Hill, and it's Connaughton in at the two-guard spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Now here's Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The score now all even.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up.
And Portland has possession. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip. And Bazemore kicks to Hezonja. Passed a little. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Brown the pass to Connaughton. And here is Hill. A floater. It's rebounded by Labissiere. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Passes it to Bazemore. Here's Hezonja. Some solid defense from Brown. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Hill looking around. Pass to Lopez. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. And he makes that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Matthews comes in for Sterling Brown. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Now here's Hood. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Got it. Good job in the low post. Here is Bledsoe. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Whiteside, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Korver in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Bledsoe. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Lopez outside. Misses the 3. Portland trailing here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lillard attacking.
Oh, guys, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level.
Bledsoe for 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hood dishes to Lillard. A 3-ball. That one, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
McCollum, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Outside Korver. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good on the 13-footer. Antetokounmpo's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
46 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Lillard. They grab their own miss. Whiteside, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Bucks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
That one misses for Anthony.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
George Hill's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood. Here's McCollum. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Hill.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top, up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. The second quarter was a different. And that's going to do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the floor for Portland, McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Lillard in at the point. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Portland grabs the miss.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Lillard outside. Whiteside trying to break free.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. To the paint and stolen by Lillard. Outside Hood. Back to Lillard. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Whiteside. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Pass to Matthews. An easy 2 points on the layup. Matthews has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and a change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Brown in for Matthews. Passes it to Lopez. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Simons. Guarded by Bledsoe. And it's Simons missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Bledsoe left side. He kicks it to Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. The shot from the low post is good. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
From deep three-point range, Little can't hit.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
To the wing right side. Portland again missing. Bucks leading by 9. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Bazemore. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Hill kicks to Ilyasova. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
They get it back. Simons, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Simons has got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. A baseline J, and that's good for 2. Hill's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And I think the mid-range spot of the floor is where Hill excels most. He knocks down that shot with great regularity.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's McCollum. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And it's Simons missing. And so it's Milwaukee going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's a long game. It's a long game. But listen, we don't have a chance if we don't rebound and defend and give them second chance points. It takes too much out of us. All right?
Well, the message there, can't give up additional scoring opportunities.
He is on point with that. They have got to do a better job on the backboards. And right now, the effort is lacking.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Matthews. Then it's George Hill. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Snatched up. Antetokounmpo dishes to Matthews. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Bazemore. Clock at 4. Poked away. The dive for the ball. There's the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Milwaukee leading by 12. Yep, it counts. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Anthony can't hit. Bucks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Count it. 15 points for Giannis. Portland with the ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Whiteside finds Anthony. Over Giannis. Anthony missing again.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Hill. And there's the pass to Hood. Now here's Bazemore. Will it go? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special, and having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Bledsoe. Pass to Connaughton. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Whiteside, high post. Now here's Bazemore. Tight defense on him. Back to Whiteside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And it's the Bucks ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Passes it to Lopez. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Whiteside. He dishes it to Bazemore. Six on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Feeds it to Lopez. No good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And the pass to Bazemore. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And he makes the first.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. The free throw is good from Lillard. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
McCollum with the slam.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, who's watching them?
Takes a shot at the elbow.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Milwaukee.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing They've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
35 seconds left in the game. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Right side, the pass to Hood. McCollum right side. Back to Hood. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, you know, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.